Hello all. Today I want to talk about Dragoon in the top of a random mountain in a Dontrell dungeon that looks very nice and phenomenal as Dragoon, and just ramble about it. And this is totally not the 50th time I've been doing this video at all, because a lot of things distracted me, and then there was a patch that changed one thing I didn't like about Dragoon, and now it fits. And yes, I could have just taken that out of the video, but I think it would have ruined the flow. That's not the point of this whole thing. Let's get to it. Let's start from the very beginning of Dragoon, the most basic thing about it, and that is the 2 combo route of this job. And overall, not much have changed except one very simple thing, and that is in the 5th combo. That's Drake's Bane, a non-positional that does the same amount of potency as Heavenly Thrust. And overall, I really like it a lot. For one reason, and 2 reasons actually. And that is, the animation is goddamn cool. It's amazing. And the other thing is that I feel like it gives a little bit more freedom with life surge overall, because let's say I have a life surge that is about to come up, but I don't have it in time for Heavenly Thrust, and it feels like, okay, it feels a little odd, but now I have it in Drake's Bane instead, since it's the same potency. It feels a lot more better. It gives life surge less wonkiness than it already have. Life Surge is still very wonky in my opinion. I don't like Life Surge as much, but it does feel a lot more better what it was before. A other added bonus from it being a non-positional 2, Drake's Bane, is that I don't have to do this weird thing with my positionals. So I'm very glad. This means that like one combo route is just rear, and then the other one is flank. It feels a lot more better. It's like this instead, so you go here and then you go here, except doing just like weird motion I was doing it earlier. So overall, it feels a lot more better. I think that's just a quality of life. Yes, we lose a positional. So that's pretty much it for the combo route. I liked the new ability, Drake's Bane, life surge, less wonky but still wonky. So now let's talk about the other thing that Dragoon have gotten, or ideally what have been taken out at the same time. So Life of the Dragon. We have gotten something new for our opener, 2 other than Drake's Bane, and that is Life of the Dragon. What I mean by that is that you could do Life of the Dragon in your opener right away. So you don't have like that weird wonkiness or weirdness with your eye and dealing with that. And I have mentioned what happened to I've been taken out from the job. So yeah, that was the one thing that was taken out from Dragoon for using Life of the Surge for your opener. Now you don't have it's gone. Say bye to it. It doesn't exist no more. And I'm going to be completely honest, I really don't miss it as much as I thought I would, because using Life Surge, or Life of the Dragon I mean, in your opener just feels goddamn phenomenal. Of course, do I believe they could have kept done something different with Yes, I understand why some people do not like being taken out. It's been with Dragoon for a very long time. For a lot of people, it felt like it was part of the identity of the job itself, for especially how long that it was. I also feel like that having Life of the Dragon right away is also good. So I'm 50-50 on it a little bit, because I still see that they could have kept What they could have done is that, since a lot of the new jumps have follow-up, which were a lot of the new things they have added for Dragoon. So like Stardiver have Star Cross, and Draco Fire Dive, which we will see in 10 seconds, has Rise of the Dragon. I think they could have connected I in some way with that, especially since jump. Oh, this is how Rise of the Dragon looks. It's a big giant goddamn head, goddamn phenomenal. They especially could have do something with that, especially with Mirage Dive still being in here as a wet noodle that is in a dumpster that's on fire in space, still somehow existing. I feel like they could have done something more with it, or something unique. Let's say that, like, one way I have thought about this is put Rise of the Dragon around like in the 70 area somewhere. Yeah, put it in the 70 area somewhere, and if I do jump, I gain one eye, and if I do Dragon Fire Dive, I gain a other eye, and then I use a new ability here that pops up. So you still have the idea of eye. It's still a lot more simpler, but you have the uniqueness that your jumps, all your jumps, give you something or provide something. So I feel like they could have done something like that, but they have not. They have taken away eye, but we did gain a benefit of using Life of the Dragon in their opener. So that's why I'm 50-50 on it. Like, they could have done something more, but having Life of the Dragon in your opener is goddamn cool. It's amazing. It feels nice. It makes sense to use it in your opener. But again, they could have done something different with eye. One thing they could have done, I have mentioned that Mirage Dive is a wet noodle that in the dumpster, in the fire in space, that's somehow still existing. They should have definitely 100% increased the potency of Mirage Dive to give it a little bit more oomph than what it is now, which is still 200 potency. I think it just doesn't make sense. It should be 300 or 350. I think it would have been a lot more better, and it feels a lot more impactful than what it is now. That's my personal opinion on Mirage Dive. So other things they have taken out other than Life of the Dragon, and that is Spine Shatter Dive. This one I really do not care, or it didn't have much of an impact that was taken out for me, especially that we got two cooler OGCD exchanged for as Star Cross and Rise of the Dragon. I think those are just better OGCDs. And also the purpose of Stardiver was never used as the intended purpose, as a gap closer to the player base. Spine Shatter Dive, you will always prioritize, or mostly prioritize, it being a damage dealer than a gap closer. If you could use that gap closer, that was a added benefit, but it was mainly used DPS option, especially for being 60-second each, which align with Lance Charge. So they took it out, give you two different OGCDs that look a lot better, and exchange it for Winged Glide. This ability used to have a problem before the most recent patch, but now it doesn't as much. So it's a relatively nice ability. The only problem I have with it is the animation is really not my ideal animation for it. It's just a very basic slide. So like you could see right here, it's a very basic slide. Again, animation is not bad, but I feel like it could have been a lot more better, or something different for Dragoon, like a jump that is like a jolt instead. Like, think about like the Shadowbringers trailer where the Dragoon jolts to get into the fight for the Sin Eater. I think it could have been something like that instead. Again, I don't mind it. I think it's fine that this was just Spine Shatter was exchanged for disability, because it's the intended purpose is just to be a gap closer. So you're not going to gap close like this anymore in fights, or do that at the beginning of fights and things like that, doing like the weird jump and then evasive jump. Honestly, you're most likely still going to do that actually with Dragoon. There's a few cases which you will be do, and also still have a lot of cool uniqueness about it. Like I've mentioned, you could do like evasive jump. You could still do like the evasive jump, like backing like this, and then like you do that and then gap close with that. Or you still could use this as an engage, and then like the boss use this as an engage, and then the boss teleport, and then you wing glide, use that. Like, you could still do a lot. There's a lot of cool things that you could do with wing glide with evasive jump, and I actually do like that a lot. So there's a uniqueness behind that. It's just the animation again is not that. What other thing they have taken out? Oh, Dragon Sight. I completely forgot they have taken this out. The only reason I remember is because of it doesn't exist no more, and I see it right here. So what is it? Dragon Sight. Yeah, this is not taken out. I am going to miss the animation of Dragon Sight. I'm also going to miss the being like a mini dance partner type of thing that you did with Dragoon. But at the same time, I was prepared that this ability will be taken out, with especially with how much changes that this ability have gotten in Endwalker. And I just felt like at that point, he just like thought about like, yeah, let's just get rid of this ability. Let's get rid of it. I feel like it was due time. They felt like it was due time, and like they just took it out. I think I have the same the same opinion about like Spine Shatter Dive. Like, I don't care that it was taken out as much. I do miss the animation and the purpose of it a little more than Spine Shatter Dive. I'm perfectly fine with Dragon Sight being taken out. That's everything I think that I have about Dragoon. So let's do a little recap. The combo route is still pretty much the same. I think it had more of a quality life change, especially for Drake's Bane, and then Life Surge with Drake's Bane being left a lot wonky, or Life of the Dragon, I mean, in our opener, which feels phenomenal, and I like that a lot. Stardiver had a follow-up with Star Cross, which looks goddamn gorgeous. Dragonfire Dive have a follow-up, Rise of the Dragon. High Jump has a wet noodle still called Mirage Dive that's in the dumpster that's on fire in space, somehow still existing. Spine Shatter Dive, I'm perfectly fine being taken out, same as Dragon Sight. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and Wind and Glide existing. So I think I'm still going to play Dragoon. I like Dragoon a lot. I don't have no reason to really not play the job. I still get the initial feel, the initial dopamine I get for Dragoon, and that is using Stardiver. And now I get that even more with Starcross. I remember something actually. Let's talk about Starcross. I remember something. So Starcross. It's 3 arms. Why is it 3 arms? It's 3 arms. And the reason why I am perplexed about this, every other ability that does damage for Dragoon is 20 to 50 yawns, except that one. I almost forgot about that. Why is it 3 yobs? It makes no sense. It's the one thing that makes this job for me a little weird to use. There's like points where, okay, I use Stardiver. Okay, I could go a little more further away from what I need to do and just use like Piercing Lance and then use Starcross like in like dungeon fights and things like that. No, you cannot use like a Starcross at all because it's only 3 yawns, and just be like, oh shit, that sucks. And the reason why it's even weirder is that fucking Rise of the Dragon is 20 yawns. Why did they just like decide like, yeah, this one ability right here is 3 yawns? It makes no sense to me. So that's one thing I actually hate about Dragoon right now. I hope they make it a minimum 15, but even 10. I will take 10, but a minimum 15. I think it should be the yawns for Starcross. So yeah, that's my whole opinion of Dragoon. So I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Good luck and see ya.